killing people.
Heroes don't kill.
Shut up, bitch!
So, Black Adam is going to be releasing here shortly, so I figured it was time to talk a little bit about it. You know, express my expectations, hopes, and concerns, based on what we've seen so far. Last time I spoke about it was during Comic-Con a few months back, and since then we've gotten another trailer, some more clips, and a bunch of interviews from The Rock promoting this thing harder than any other project he's done in recent memory. So I guess this video will serve as like a way to update my thoughts and opinions on it based on what we've seen so far. And after all the trailers, clips, and TV spots, I gotta say, the last time I was this interested in a DC movie was when Zack Snyder's Justice League was about to bless our TV screens. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it, and it's really because of a few main reasons. Number one, it appears that we're finally getting that big, superpowered epic feeling back. I'm talking about that Man of Steel BVS level of superpowered action. Judging from the few clips they've shown, it's clear they want to go big and really introduce Black Adam as an epic grand scale character. Seeing this stuff kinda gives me Man of Steel vibes, though it doesn't seem to be as fast paced or as big yet, at least based on what they've shown us so far. And I'm not gonna lie, I love it when characters as strong as Black Adam or Superman are shown to have godlike levels of strength and power, and I feel like that's what's been missing in the DC universe. The last time I really felt that was honestly in Snyder's DC movies, and in Aquaman as well. So I've really been missing that, so hopefully it delivers in that department. Now the second reason is that The Rock is promoting this thing hard as hell. I mean, this guy has been trying to get this movie made for almost a decade, so it's clear that he's very invested. And one thing he does pretty well is listening to fans. For starters, a teaser he shared on Twitter had a clip from 2017's Justice League in it, and fans did not like that, because you know, we all kind of want to forget about that movie. So what does he do? He took the post down, removed the clip, and reposted it. He could have very easily just ignored what people were saying, because it was only like a quarter of a second, maybe half a second, but he saw people weren't happy, so he wanted to please them. But more importantly, he's been hinting at a certain hero that has been on the sideline since 2017, and he's been teasing this certain hero more and more.
I was also listening to the fans at the same time, where you have Black Adam. We will create Black Adam for him to be the most powerful and unstoppable force on this planet. The most powerful and unstoppable force in the entire universe has been on the sidelines for too long.
What I'm saying is, The Rock seems genuinely interested in pleasing the fans and actually listening to what they have to say, and I really respect that. It's actually pretty rare these days to find someone in Hollywood who actually wants to please their audience instead of arguing with them. It's like The Rock took one look at the DC universe and said,
"You guys are in a crisis. I'm on my way."
So yeah, he's very deeply invested in this project, and seems like he actually cares about pleasing the fans. So that right there is a huge plus. Although I still have my concerns, and it's more so about the people writing and directing. The movie clearly wants to be a big epic blockbuster that introduces Black Adam along with the Justice Society of America. So that's 5 brand new heroes, plus whoever the villain is going to be. It's a big task, and when looking at the director's past work, there's nothing here that really stands out as amazing. There are movies that he's done that I've enjoyed. Orphan, House of Wax, and Non-Stop weren't that bad, but this is clearly bigger than any of those projects. So hopefully he's able to pull it off. Trying to introduce and juggle this many characters is a big task for any director. And when you take a look at the writing credits from the 3 writers involved, the most impressive thing between the 3 of them are Rampage and Due Date. And those are from this one guy here. These other 2 don't have any pictures on their IMDb pages, and I've never seen any of the stuff that they've worked on. And it appears they've worked together on all their projects. So when it comes to the directing and the writing team involved, I'm a bit concerned, but I'm hoping they surprise me. And when looking back at all the clips and footage we've seen so far, there's a few bits of humor that to me didn't land that well. So I'm hoping that we don't have too much inserted or awkward humor, because I would very much like a badass serious comic book movie. Of course, some humor is fine. I just hope that it isn't distracting or takes away from like powerful or important moments. Okay, my final concern is The Rock is a very charismatic, likable person, but he basically plays the same character in every movie. So I hope he steps out of his comfort zone a little bit and gives us something different. But if not, at least we know he's at least going to be likable and entertaining like always. But I would like to see something different from him and not just play the same character. Oh, and I have heard some of the movie's musical score that's been released, and it's not bad. Not as epic as Hans Zimmer scores in the DC movies he's done, but that's a really high bar to reach. I'm curious how it sounds in the actual movie, but so far what I've heard from the composer is okay. Now it's clear that Warner Brothers is putting a lot of faith into this movie. I seriously can't remember the last time I've been bombarded with this amount of ads on YouTube and social media hyping up a DC movie. I mean hell, they also put The Rock in Fortnite and in Injustice 2 Mobile. They're pushing this shit everywhere. Clearly there's a lot right on this movie being a success, because I don't know if you noticed, the DC cinematic universe is kind of a mess. It's just clearly after 2017, they kind of dropped trying to have a cohesive universe and just kind of started putting out solo movies that aren't really connected, or in cases like Joker and the Batman, they take place in their own separate universe. So my guess is Black Adam is going to be a way for them to try to like tie this whole DC universe back together. I mean, Warner Bros. Got rid of that solo Batgirl movie that was going to be released on HBO Max. There's been no update on that J.J. Abrams Superman movie, and The Rock keeps heavily hinting at bringing Superman back. My guess is after Warner Bros. Merged with Discovery, the new leadership decided it was time to actually try to make a cohesive universe again, and just kind of bring it all back together. So it's going to be very very interested to see if they can pull that off. Although with The Rock's star power alone, I think it's going to do well at the box office, because he is a big draw. But also from what I've seen online, most people are looking forward to it. Some share my concerns, but the majority seem to be excited regardless. So I have no doubt in the first week or two, it'll be a huge success, because of The Rock's star power, heavy marketing, and just from a lot of interest from people in general. Yeah, so I'm very interested, but a bit concerned. But it's going to be out shortly, so we'll find out if it's any good or not. And I want to ask you guys, what do you think about Black Adam? What are your expectations, hopes, and concerns? Is it going to save the DCEU? Leave a comment and let me know. And of course, I'm giving a nice big shout out to the channel members. If you're interested in becoming a channel member, click the join button down below and check out the perks. If they interest you, consider joining. Or not, it don't matter.
None of this matters.
Like him and don't like him, there's nothing you can do about him because he's number one. Whether you like him or don't like him, there's nothing you can do about him because he's number one.